Hello everyone, and welcome back to another session of Dark Souls 2 PvP and another weapon showcase. This time I am using the Majestic Greatsword, which you can get in the second DLC, the Crown of the Old Iron King. Now, for those of you familiar with Dark Souls 1, you'll notice some similarities with this weapon to Artorias' Abyss Greatsword. That's because they are essentially the same weapon, although, honestly, I prefer this sword more than the Abyss Greatsword. Just saying. So, getting started. The Majestic Greatsword. This weapon requires 25 strength, 25 dexterity, 20 intelligence, and 20 faith in order to wield. It has a B scaling in strength and a D in dexterity. The physical base damage of the weapon is 290. And for me, the attack rating of the weapon is 538 with a Ring of Blades and Flynn's Ring. The counter strength of this weapon is 130, poise damage is 35 per hit, and the weight is 9 units. Now, when you use this weapon, if you put it in your right hand, it's nothing special. The moveset's not unique really in any way, and that's all well and good, but that's not what makes this weapon shine. What you need to do with this weapon is put it in your left hand, and then you get a very nice, unique moveset, and that's the biggest pro of the weapon. This moveset has an amazing ability to do combos. It's got such unique attack animations, and it's just really fun to use. So definitely, if you have never played around with this thing, try it. Trust me, it's worth the stat investment, and it's just a lot of fun. So, pros other than the moveset and the combo ability, I would say the damage is fairly decent. I mean, it better be, considering how many stats you need to put into just even using the weapon, and the fact that it doesn't gain any scaling from intelligence or faith, and it requires 20 of each. That's kind of saying a lot. So, there's that. Now, the biggest con of this weapon, I would say, would be the fact that you need to put it in your left hand, and that sort of limits you in quite a few ways. You can't get any ripostes, backstabs, criticals in general, for any of those. You can't do them. They're not an option with this weapon in your left hand. Now, I think that is a little bit silly. They could have done something to, change that, but that's just what they did. It is what it is. So, other than that, as I've said a few times, the widespread for the stat investment is definitely a con of this weapon, but really, I would say it's very well worthwhile. The combo ability alone is just fantastic. I mean, the one-handed L2 attack, that double spin, is so incredibly useful and very damaging. You can hit someone with an R1 attack, they'll still be able to move, and chances are they'll try and roll away from you, or they'll try and roll to your side and get behind you. If you do a L1 followed by an L2, chances are they're going to roll right into it, and you can get some pretty damaging combos done with that. I believe the highest I hit in this video with that combo was around 1300 damage, roughly, give or take. Another thing, people, after you do one L1, they like to try and parry. Throw out an L2 after. They won't get the parry, and you'll deal a bunch of damage to them, like I did to this guy. So really, I mean, there's a lot you can do with this weapon. When two-handing it, the two-handed R2 is actually the one that does the flip. The two-handed L2 is the thrust. That flip actually has 2 hits to it. The first hit, you sort of smack them when you're jumping into the air, and that does no damage. The second is where you actually deal your damage, and even if you do miss, as long as that first hit connects, chances are you won't get punished for it. That being said, it still is relatively easy to punish, so watch out for that. And overall, it's just a good weapon. Also, power stancing this thing, make sure it's in your left hand. You've got another unique move. Definitely check it out. I'm sorry I didn't show it in the video, but it actually slipped my mind at the time, so it is what it is. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you next time.